Well, hi guys. Yep, it's me, Ren. So welcome to my channel NER. And today I want to talk about a true family movement that being established in our church for a very long time, but a lot of people not really talking about it. So I would like to start from it. Yeah, yay. Well, hi. Yeah. So then there's much more for our members. So when you heard that go to our church, well, what's the main focus of our church most of the time? We are really focusing on to donation. We are really focusing on providence, and we are really focusing on to true parents, right? And what actually happened, to be funny, is that we are being called the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification, right? Yeah, Family Federation for World Peace and Unification. Yeah, that's what our name, FFWPU. But then the word, the first word is family. But in a sense, in our church, we always ignoring family, and we only like for the second church, we always just talk about like, oh, you need to be like yourself, like you need to have your own faith, and at the same time just talking about the purity, talking about the hell is really scary, so you shouldn't fall, keep your purity, only talk about purity, and it's the scary part of it because you're going to the extreme. And true father is talking about the absolute sex, which is the purity before the marriage, and no like love affair outside your marriage. But then in a sense, our church like keep on only focusing on to the purity and teaching to the kids, so that our kids don't have the future. I already mentioned in my previous video. But then actually the main focus, actually we need to focus for God to for us who already study the divine principle, actually is the true family movement. Why is the true family movement? So God, like in the divine principle, we already learned that God gave us the three great blessings, and our purpose of living is to fulfill the three great blessings. So, what is the three great blessing means? Which is your individual perfections, then your be fruitful, like be fruitful, then you multiply, right? And the multiply, we just understand as you have kids. So it means that you are having a family, and you have kids, and your kids resembles you. You have the kids that resembles you, or like being better than you, that because you raise them up. And after that is the dominion over all things. So everything you can be fine in the family. So in another concept, when we talk about the four great realms of heart, it's really interesting because a lot of people just thinking that, oh, the four great realms of heart, and we are always in our church, we are just always focusing onto the parental love, like parents love, our parents love towards a kid, parents love towards our guest members, the parental love towards to take care of the younger brothers, sisters, and the parental love towards those who are much more weaker, right? In a sense, like that can also be called the siblings love. But in a sense, they always say that you need to like in the servant shoes, and like with a parental heart. But actually, in True Father's word, the four great rooms of heart, the representative of the four great rooms of heart, out of these four, the only one, like everything is true love. So the only one that can represent every single one of it is the conjugal relationship. So I don't know, do you have ever heard about it? Like when the mom in the family is happy, everyone is happy. So Sumi, I want to just say it right here. So what is the special part of the conjugal relationship is that the couple inside the marriage, they can have sex. And because of sex, they have children. Right. So we already knew it. And it's not something really taboo. And it was something actually supposed to be beautiful, supposed to be really precious, and everyone needs to be celebrating. So that's why we have marriage. But then in right now the society world, a lot of people is having is much more focusing on to like, oh, maybe let's have a let's try to be like a we say fiance, but not really fiance. It's much more like, oh, let's just be boyfriend and girlfriend, and we'll just have sex, and yeah, let's try before we decide anything yet. But actually because sex is like so powerful, the libido and everything like is connected to spiritual as well. So when you so-called experiencing this kind of sex, and you are much more like binding your soul onto someone else, in terms spiritually you are doing it. That's what our church believe. And so then actually, so in this process you are not really being into a healthy way of relationship. You are not really like taking care about yourself. You are much more like exposing yourself like in a sexual relationship. It doesn't mean that you are the bad person, but I mean just in terms of spirituality, it's really harmful. It's harming your spiritual self. It's not saying that you are not a good person. Okay, it's totally two different things. So in this sense, like so why we always need to say that the true family movement, we also need to talk about the purity, is because of this part of it. Yeah, so if our member much more understanding towards all this, and will be much more ready to be one day, and we're just saying that yes, our family will be the one who can show like happiness towards every single one of my friends out there, every single one of my children will be proud of my family. Like this is how it's supposed to be, but unfortunately in our church it's not really happening in this way. One time, there's a leaders there are leaders meeting together with True Mother, and the leaders is asking True Mother, True Mother, so we are already doing what you're asking us to do. We are already having a theory. We already having all this like talks and talking about like how a church was the truth, and we are already revealing all the truth towards the people, and we are already showing the truth. So we are supposed to have much more greater witnessing results, but we are not. What's the problem right now? So actually, no, it's kind of interesting because what's True Mother's answer? We don't have a role model family up until right now in our church. We don't have someone who can show that, oh, this is blessed central family, and that can bring happiness to your life. And they were once like miserable in their life, but because they joined to our church, they form a family, and because they form a family centering on God, centering on true parents. God is the first place, okay? So centering on God, centering on true parents, and they become much more better, and they are reaching happiness. They have their faith, they are disciplined, they look good, they have a very happy family, they have a good couple life, they have a good children education, they have money, like economic freedom as well. They have all this. And a lot of our members, when they exposed to this kind of content, because for a long time, because in their life already talk about the Asian parenting, they joined the church because of they just want to join the blessing, and after that it's like mission and mission and mission, and so that they actually don't receive too much education, and actually they lack up a lot when they start family. So they don't really prepare. So I'm not blaming them, but I think at that time the church leaders is not doing it good enough. They just trying to show something towards True Father, right? So yeah, in this sense, they are just focusing on the results, and not the truth itself. Yeah, yeah. So that's the issue. That's the problem. Yeah, I'm not saying that their sacrifice is nothing, but I mean, like, that's why the situation right now we are happening, and we are facing all these problems, including the second gens and third gens, maybe third gens. Yeah, the second gens blessing, the matching blessing, so many brokes. Why? Because of the previous time. No one really focusing onto the family value, and everybody just think that because of True Father is here, so True Father gonna choose someone good for my children, and so yeah, my children will be very good, right? So they are not trying to be a good parents, and they are not trying to form a good relationship with their kids as well, and that's the problem they're forming all this. Yeah. So yeah, actually that's how True Father saying it. So conjugal relationships, as always, like in our church, like still there's a lot of people like feeling bad when they talk about the conjugal relationship, because whenever you talk about conjugal relationship, you cannot run away. You need to talk about sex. And sorry, even though basically every video I'm mentioning about it, but I think this is the essence, like for the couple relationships, especially when like they are newlywed. Yeah, right. So why this is like so precious about it is because that like that's how the couple they can gain the happiness, like other than only emotional happiness. They finally finally, especially for second year, finally they have the chance to just expose their body towards their spouse and making each other like really happy in this way, instead of they are doing like a sex fasting, and right now they have someone to just do it together. Yeah. So this is all the like that's why True Father say that it's a very big gift as well. So that's why like in the early days, actually True Father say that that the best age for you to go to matching blessing actually is when the age of 16. Why? Because Adam and Eve fall in 16. But another reason is that when you reach your 16 years old, you already have a very strong sex drive. I would just say that. Yeah, your sexual desire already grows a lot, and because of your puberty, because of and because yeah, your adolescence, and you have your puberty, and all your sexual organs like form more, and your hormones like keep on affecting your brain. So actually, yeah, in a sense, it's much more early age that you are supposed to get much and blessed. But right now our society, including our church, to be honest, so it's not really like we are dragging every each of the human beings to be mature in their early age. So we don't reach maturity in the early age, and we only reach it like much more later. Yeah, so in a sense, that's why we need to put more efforts into like into our like single life. So that's why when the second gens, when they reach their age to like 25, 30, 35, they start to have a sense that, oh, maybe it's better for me just to live by myself, and instead of building family, like receiving blessing and building a family. Why this happen? Like, not all the sense that, oh, they are totally being influenced by outside world. That is part of the reason, but that is not everything. The main thing, the most biggest problem still, I would just say, is because of the true family movement in our church is not really launching it good and well. So that's why it all happened in this way. Yep. Yeah. So it actually is still a very big issue. So if you have any like interest, yeah, please just leave a comment down there, and just say whatever things you want to say, and I will just read your message, and I will just do a reactions like before my video starts. Yeah, and hope you all will just understand it. Yep. And this is my content for today. Yep. See you next time.